Hey guys, thanks for checking out my channel the other day. If you came from my other channel, thanks. If you haven't and you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe for more videos. Today I want to talk about why I think the 3DS is behind the power curve, or maybe lesser of a, or not as good of a portable console as the PS Vita. I think the PS Vita has many distinct advantages, but I've narrowed it down to 5 things that I think 3DS has going against it right now. First thing, innovation. 3D is not a new technology. It's been around for a long time, and frankly, I don't really think people are that interested in it. So to make a console whose main draw is something that doesn't really interest people, or isn't as exciting as it could be, or frankly isn't really used by most people who use the 3DS. I personally, when I had my 3DS, rarely used 3D. It killed the battery life. It hurts your eyes after a while, and it didn't really look that good with the resolution it had available. So for a console whose main draw is that, one, it wasn't very well implemented, and two, it's just not that cool. All right, the second thing is when the DS came out, it had the dual screens, which was its main innovation, which allowed for different types of gameplay. Sometimes the bottom screen was used, sometimes the top screen was used. Other times it was, carelessly used for maps and items and stuff like that. But with the 3DS, it's different. The top screen is superior to the bottom screen in resolution and in processing power. So that makes the bottom screen completely useless. So the bottom screen is used for nothing more than maps, items, some button controls. That's it. And on top of that, it's a resistive touchscreen, which is inferior in technology and implementation to a capacitive touchscreen like the Vita has. So having two is kind of pointless. They could have used that money from the extra processor and the screen to, one, save battery life, and two, maybe beef up the freaking top screen to something other than WHVGA, which is completely garbage in 2012. So I just think the old clamshell dual screen design, the last generation, is not really necessary. Alright, third problem is when Nintendo pushes the fact that it has 3D without glasses. 3D it's a graphical quality of the 3DS, meaning that Nintendo's trying to compete graphically through the 3D with the PS Vita. And that's just foolish. If you look at them side by side, 3D or not, the OLED screen with the frickin' graphics that the PS Vita pushes are vastly superior than the 3DS. So pushing the fact that it has 3D in terms of it having graphical capabilities that the Vita doesn't have, that's completely irrelevant. The fact that the 3DS games look like garbage compared to the Vita games. So right off the bat, their mindset is flawed. Reason number 4, motion controls. On a console that you have to hold steady to use the 3D. That one speaks for itself. It doesn't even make sense. You can't use motion control like in Mario Kart. You can move things, but then you can't use the 3D. So you have to pick: do you want to use the motion controls, or do you want to use the 3D? Or you can have a PS Vita, or you can have both. You can have the great graphics and motion controls at the same time. So that one didn't seem like really thought out. Alright, number 5. The last problem that I have with the 3DS isn't really a problem that I have specifically with the 3DS. It's the fact that I felt alienated the entire time that I owned the console. One, I was one of the early adopters and paid $250 for it, which I didn't regret. I felt fine doing that. I mean, I think it was a good console until I saw the competition, of course. But once I paid $250 for it and I was feeling good, then they decided to drop the price to like $170, or I think it was, which is a freaking $80 price drop. Okay. It's a big deal, $80. That's like 2 full price games, and so they make the mainstream, the Nintendo fans, they make them regret being loyal and buying console outright for the first initial price. Then on top of that, they go and they add some goofy accessory for an analog nub, making you obviously know that the next generations that you could have waited for but didn't will have the analog nub. So they alienated you once with the price, they alienated you two with you knowing that there's going to be a better design in the future. It's just insane. Like, how many times can you screw over your biggest fans who decided to buy your console early? It's just complete garbage. 3DS is a decent console, but with PSP caliber graphics, slightly above maybe. It has a 5-year-old GPU, a horrible screen resolution, horrible battery life. The design, quite frankly, looks childish. It's plasticky, it's bulky, the triple color design looks weird. One analog, I love the analog nub on the 3DS, but it has one, which would be fine. But then you make this freaking tank looking analog accessory. It's just ridiculous. So that's what I think about the 3DS. I mean, I was a fan, played the PS Vita. Now I'm really not. Maybe when the second iteration comes out, maybe I'll pick it up. I'm gonna be way more cautious from now on. But what do you guys think about the 3DS compared to the PS Vita? Do you guys have a 3DS? Did you sell it for the Vita like I did? Let me know. I'm really excited about mine. Waiting for the 22nd so I can crank out some better videos with the PS Vita actually in it. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe, like this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will talk to you guys later.